So it can't be that the game is really this good. It can't be that Cory Barlog and Sony Santa Monica put their blood, sweat, and tears into developing a game and achieve greatness. No, it can't be any of that. It has to be media bias. What's going on, people? This is your guy KingsBlood, and I'm back with another video. If you missed my last video, the link is in the description below, so check that out. Hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. Also hit that bell on the side so you guys are notified each and every time I drop new content. Now, I guess a game can't be great if it's not on your preferred console. That's the vibes I'm getting over here on the Xbox side. Apparently, God of War is only rated that high because Sony paid off the media. Yeah, media bias, you know, the usual. I've seen a man say that Rise should have been at least a 9 since God of War is getting 10s, and as he put it, God of War is just like Rise. I've seen one idiot say that all generation, the media has paid to rate Xbox games very low while rating Sony games high. And of course, people use that IGN troll post as some sort of concrete evidence that all media sites are biased. Now let's cut the bullshit and break it down for these hurt adult males with sensitivity issues that are triggered by the rating of video games. Now, first and foremost, as I said in my last video, I found IGN's troll post to be funny as hell, and that still stands. But if you believe IGN represents nearly every media site, you are the fool. They are all competitors, competing for your clicks and views. Yeah, and if Sony was paying for great reviews and paying to have Xbox games rated very low, it would be wise for these media sites to notify the richer company, Microsoft, in an attempt to get better counteroffer for these bribes. I mean, think about it. If you are low enough to accept bribes, you would damn sure be low enough to attempt to force the other side into bribing you too. It's common sense. And this whole Rise thing is just stupid. Rise lacks the combat system to even be mentioned in the same breath as God of War. I'm not going to spew such blasphemy on my channel. You know, I like Rise, but knock it off. We got fanboys, Xbox fanboys, disguised in neutral clothing, buying this game, speeding through it on easy just to say the game is an 8 and it's not as good as people claim it is. Yeah. Xbox is my preferred console. It is torture for me to play God of War using PlayStation's dog shit controller. But even I see that God of War is probably the first true game of the generation in terms of Sony and Xbox. And you can't say it's nostalgia because I never played a God of War game before. I didn't have a PS3. I only had a PS2 for a couple years before the OG Xbox dropped. I'm really a Xbox guy, not you 360 babies, you know? So why am I the only guy who can deal with the truth? Why am I the only Xbox guy who doesn't have time to make up excuses for Microsoft? Why is it I'm one of the only Xbox guys who can see God of War is a great game with a wonderful story, immersive worlds, and a badass protagonist who happens to have a pretty good sidekick? Yeah, people, mental midgetry is a real thing. If review scores hurt you bad enough to where you have to make up lies in order to fight back for a company that has no fight left, you are a mental midget. You can't tear down the truth with the use of lies. God of War is the truth. It is so far the best single player game of this generation. And if you don't believe so, check all the Xbox executives' Twitters and see what they're playing. No catching chickens and pigs on their agendas. Instead of trying to pull Sony down, why don't you ask Microsoft to pull themselves up?